YouTube is flooded with gaudy, but frequently ineffectual dark psychology techniques, which you have probably encountered. Let's now examine the real thing. 30 dark psychology strategies that have been validated by science and shown to be effective. By their very nature, these tactics are very manipulative. They seek to gently influence people's choices, frequently in morally dubious situations. Despite their undeniable power, they need to be used carefully. When they are misused, relationships suffer, trust is betrayed, and grave moral questions are raised. 1. The name drop. Picture yourself in a crowded, noisy room. Saying someone's name, Sarah, over here, will attract their attention more effectively than yelling or waving. Our brains are programmed to recognize our names right away. Using someone's name makes the conversation more intimate and facilitates the development of a rapid rapport. People who use other people's names a lot in conversations come across as more engaging and perceptive. It demonstrates consideration and deference. This minor strategy can eventually improve intimacy and persuasiveness. Don't go overboard though. 2. Listening with reflection. Rephrase what someone has just said in your own words to make them feel truly heard. For instance, you could respond, "Sounds like the new assignment is stressing you out." If they mention that they're anxious about a project, this builds trust and demonstrates your genuine attention to detail. This method also helps to clear up confusion. Reflective listening is frequently employed in high-stakes discussions, therapy, and negotiations. It promotes emotional validation and reduces stress, which increases cooperation and sharing. 3. The influence of motivation. If someone offers to help, thank them immediately. Say something like, "Thank you so much, Alex. Your touch was really needed on that report." Expressing gratitude in a timely manner encourages people to repeat helpful behavior. Exaggeration is not necessary for encouragement. Motivation levels can be significantly impacted by even small acknowledgement. People are more committed to the task and the relationship when they feel appreciated. 4. Behavior. Mirroring. Subtly mimicking someone else's body language is known as mirroring. Gently do the same if they cross their arms. Mirror their forward lean if they do. This unintentional mimicry establishes a bond and conveys understanding. According to studies, mirroring improves the likelihood of a positive outcome in social or professional contexts and fosters trust more quickly. Even before a word is said, it conveys psychological alignment and empathy. 5. Making strategic use of silence in any negotiation. The power of silence can be enormous. Pause once you've made your statement or offer. The other person may feel pressured to fill the void, sometimes with better language or more details by that brief silence. People frequently speak more than they intended to because silence makes them uncomfortable. It can be used to obtain concessions, uncover hidden thoughts, or disclose true intentions. Expert negotiators vouch for this method. 6. The anchoring method. To influence someone's perception, start by introducing an extreme number. For example, start with a higher number if you are negotiating a salary. In contrast, this makes your actual request seem more reasonable. This is effective because even if the first piece of information we hear is unrealistic, our brains will hold on to it as the anchor. It gently distorts perceptions, increasing openness to your real offer. 7. The trick of the door in the face. Begin with an audacious request that is probably going to be turned down. A smaller, more realistic one should then come after it. After rejecting the first, people are more likely to accept the second. This method takes advantage of contrast bias and guilt. In contrast, the second request seems more reasonable, which increases the likelihood that the target will comply in order to make up for turning down the first. 8. Getting a sneak peek. Start with a small, straightforward request. You can do something more ambitious after they say yes. After saying yes once, people are psychologically more likely to agree again. That is particularly effective in politics, marketing, and even establishing enduring relationships. The first agreement creates a consistent and compliant mental pattern. 9. Social evidence. We frequently look to other people to help us make decisions. Make use of this by saying, "Most of the team prefers starting early," which is a group consensus. This quietly increases influence and credibility. This is the idea underlying reviews, testimonials, and bestseller tags. We unconsciously believe that we should probably do something if other people enjoy it or do it. 10. The effect of Benjamin Franklin. Surprisingly, you can increase someone's likability by asking them for a small favor. Their brain tells them it's because they care when they do something for you. This occurs as a result of us changing our beliefs to support our behavior. We assume that if we are helping someone, we must like them. Otherwise, why would we have done so? 11. The principle of scarcity. To increase something's appeal, make it appear uncommon. Using phrases like, "last chance today," or "only a few left," instills a sense of urgency and prompts people to act quickly. Our fear of missing out, FOMO, is exacerbated by scarcity. We become more impulsive and irrational in our decision-making when presented with limited-time offers and unique deals. 12. Classifying. Feelings recognize the emotion you are picking up during tense conversations. You look like you're really frustrated. In addition to lowering stress, this demonstrates emotional intelligence and awareness. This strategy frequently reduces rage and promotes empathy. When someone's feelings are acknowledged, they feel seen and validated, which can diffuse tense situations. 13. The rule of reciprocity. The urge to repay can be triggered by even a small compliment. By creating a psychological debt, giving something up front promotes cooperation. This idea is ingrained in practically all cultures. Even when the initial act of kindness was small, people frequently go to considerable measures to return the favor. 14. The effective Zygarnik have a tendency to think about unfinished tasks. I have something amazing to share, but more on that tomorrow is a great way to tease your audience. They will remain captivated by curiosity. Cliffhangers are so effective in TV series and narrative because of this. The tension keeps our attention fixed because our brains are wired for closure. 15. Leading and pacing. Begin by mimicking the rhythm or tone of the other person. After alignment, gradually guide the interaction in the direction you desire. This keeps people unaware of your influence. That it's similar to dancing with someone, in that you first match their steps before offering guidance, while leading effectively, and subtly changes direction. Pacing establishes comfort. Trick No. 17. The influence of because. Your chances of receiving a yes can be greatly increased by using the word because in your request. Instead of merely requesting, "May I take your place in line?" Try stating, "I'm running late for an appointment. May I go ahead of you?" People are more inclined to agree when given even a basic explanation. Your request will seem more justified if you include the word because, which makes it more difficult to refuse. Trick 18. The Pygmalion effect describes how having high expectations for someone can motivate them to perform better. People are more likely to live up to your expectations when you show that you believe in their abilities. Saying to a coworker, "I trust you to handle this project really well," for instance, can boost their self-esteem and motivate them to produce excellent work. People are frequently motivated to perform well when you hold them to a high standard and demonstrate your belief in them. Trick No. 19. Recasting failure. Failure entails altering how you discuss and view errors. You can portray it as an opportunity to improve, rather than concentrating on what went wrong. If someone makes a mistake, for example, you could respond, "This is actually a good opportunity to adjust our approach and improve." Giving failure a positive spin keeps people inspired and learning. It fosters a growth mindset and increases resilience, transforming setbacks into instructive experiences. Trick No. 20. The halo effect explains how one admirable quality can affect our perception of a person as a whole. People may begin to view that person as competent in general if you say something like, "You really have a sharp eye for detail." Others' perceptions of their abilities and character are influenced by that one compliment. Emphasizing a strength up front makes a good impression that lasts and can help them later. Trick No. 21. Time limitations. When you need someone to make a decision fast, time constraints can be a very effective motivator. Urgency is introduced by saying something like, "I'll need an answer by the end of the day." People are motivated to act more quickly when deadlines create the illusion that time is running out. Setting time limits helps maintain momentum and prevent decisions from being drawn out. Trick number 22. Considering different points of view. Better results can result from getting someone to view a situation from a different perspective. For instance, consider how our customers feel when they deal with this issue. How can we improve that? People develop empathy and frequently make wiser, more deliberate decisions when they are encouraged to put themselves in other people's shoes. It's particularly useful for problem solving and service improvement. Trick number 23. The principle of contrast. Presenting two options side by side to make one appear better is the essence of the contrast principle. This version costs $500, but the other one is only $300. You might ask, the second option appears to be a good deal because the more expensive one is displayed first. Contrast can make your preferred option seem more appealing because people frequently base their decisions on comparisons rather than absolutes. Trick No. 24. The impact of IKEA. According to the IKEA effect, people value items they helped create more. Would you be open to helping me brainstorm ideas for this campaign? It is a good way to get someone interested in a project early on. Commitment is increased by that feeling of involvement. People are more concerned with the result when they put effort into something. Trick No. 25. The effect of decoy. Adding a third, less appealing option to encourage people to select the one you truly want them to is how the decoy effect works. For instance, a small costs $3, a medium costs $5, and a large costs $6. Doesn't the medium seem like the best deal? Comparing that mid-tier option to a blatantly inferior one makes it stand out more. It's a tactful approach to sway judgments and direct people toward a particular choice. Trick number 26. The effect of a placebo. The placebo effect demonstrates how beliefs can have a real impact on results. Saying something like, "This technique has worked wonders for others," can give someone more confidence and make the method seem more successful. The likelihood that something will work is increased just by having faith in it. Expectations have a significant impact on outcomes, and confidence is frequently the deciding element. Trick no. 27. Aversion to loss. The foundation of loss aversion is the belief that people are more afraid of losing than they are of gaining. Therefore, you emphasize what someone could lose rather than what they might gain. For example, we may lose out on a significant opportunity if we wait too long. People may act more quickly as a result of this fear of missing out. A decision frequently feels more pressing when presented as preventing a loss. Trick no. 28. The influence of touch. During a conversation, a gentle, considerate touch, such as on the arm or shoulder, can strengthen the bond. This kind of gentle gesture can improve openness and compliance. It fosters rapport and makes people feel more at ease. However, it's crucial to exercise caution because, when applied correctly, it fosters warmth and trust. When applied incorrectly, it can backfire. Trick no. 29. Admitting a small error to appear more relatable and human is known as the foot-and-mouth effect. It demonstrates honesty and openness to say something, like, "I missed a minor detail on the report, but I fixed it now." Those who own up to their flaws are more likely to be trusted and liked by others. Trick no. 30. The effect of endowments. The inclination to place greater value on items when we feel a sense of ownership over them is known as the endowment effect. Offering someone responsibility, such as asking, "Would you like to lead this initiative?" will activate this. Giving someone a sense of ownership increases their dedication and increases their stake in the result. When people believe something is theirs, they are more concerned. Important information. Many of these psychological tricks can be manipulative. Make thoughtful and honorable use of them. My video, The Power of Playing Dumb, delves into some extreme territory for those who are interested in even more complex strategies. But be warned, it may not be available for long. Thank you for viewing.